Hey, welcome back to a very new vlog. It's Monday evening and as you could probably tell, I'm already cozied up. I had a very nice work day. I actually had also very important meeting, which went also very well. So exciting things are coming and I cannot wait because this is definitely one of my favorite freelance projects I've ever been on, and I can take you guys along with it because it's something very fun and I think you guys also will like it. And also I like to document that part of my journey. Anyhow, so there are more things of course this week. Yunjin is releasing her next solo single. Also RM is doing a collab with someone, or that person is doing a collab with RM actually, that's how I have said. And I'm gonna work on my Korean. Because last week I actually thought, okay, I'm gonna go back into my language studies. But then for some reason I ended up only doing German. And I was like, okay, this is cool, but now what? So I decided that I'm gonna try out switching things up. So like for example, one week I will do German and then the other week Korean. I don't think this will sustain in the future, but as for right now, I think this is the best method to do it this way because I also had so many German reads last week. So for this week, I'm gonna read various Korean books, like from history, a cookbook, and also I hope to read another YA novel. Let me show you the books that I want to read this week. So a YA novel written by June Her, The Red Palace it's called. I talked about this book before that I really wanted to read it, but for some reason I couldn't get a start of it. Probably because I had some other things to read, maybe even for my work. I can't remember. But hopefully this is the week that I'm gonna read this book. Then I also want to read A History of Korea. Of course, this will take me months, especially because there are so many research that I want to do myself as well while reading this book. But yeah, I hope to read at least a few chapters in this, or well, at least one chapter. Let's just start with that. Then I have a cookbook. Yes, I know. Why would I be reading a cookbook? Well, actually, this is a book that I'm reviewing for my blog. The English title is Taste Korea, but I have the Dutch version because, well, again, I'm reviewing it for my blog and my blog is in Dutch. And I cannot wait. The pictures are stunning in this book. I really like it. Also, the author talks about, well, just more than just the recipes. He really talks about the history and everything else about the dishes. So I think that's really cool. And I cannot wait to start. It's Wednesday and that means that yesterday a lot of new music came out, and let's talk about the first song, Smoke Sprite by Soyoon, and it features RM of BTS. Okay, so I really like that the members are now collaborating with so many different artists. Famous, less well known, very well known. But then again, Soyoon is actually very well known in Korea. She also is in an indie band, but she also does work as a soloist. And I'm actually so happy that I got to know her thanks to RM, because otherwise I wouldn't have known about her music, to be quite fair. Which doesn't entirely make sense because Soyoon's music is actually the kind of music I listen outside of K-pop. So I love Norwegian indie, just normal indie, a lot of British indie bands. I know, it's a lot, and it's also very specific of countries, but for some reason that's what I'm into. Anyhow, so I'm so happy that right now I got to know a new artist with Smoke Sprite. I'm not going very in depth about this. I'm only gonna talk about a few small things. One of the things is what I really like about Sojoon, her music, is that the music videos always have so much symbolism in there. Very strong, but also abstract and almost Well, not almost, it's just pure art what she puts out there. And again, with Smoke Sprite there is a lot of symbolism. I don't know about everything yet, but the music video, it looks insane. I would highly recommend you to watch it. And I like the sound. It has a smoky rock sound, but it's definitely indie. But the smoky rock sound vibe is, yeah, it's such a vibe and I love it. It's also makes her voice give more color to it, and I don't know how to explain it, but it just, everything is working out so nicely. And then RM also has this deep, almost smoky voice, but then very different from her, and it works so crazy well. So I cannot wait to listen at the full album. I already listened to a couple of songs, Bad, Till the Sun Goes Down, but there are so many other songs that I actually really want to listen to. Another song that came out was, yes, Huh Yunjin from Sserafim, with the title Love You Twice. But what I think is so cool, let me have a look. Where was it again? If you translate the Korean title to English, it says Until It Blooms. So I get why the English title is Love You Twice, because the English lyrics of the song, it says Love You Twice, but I prefer the Korean title. But I get why it didn't game as well the English title. What I really like about Jinjin, her music, is that she speaks her truth. She's very relatable, and again with this song, it feels like we're a step further from where she first started. So Raise Your Glass is this song about the perspective of others, but then really being mean and her inner struggles with it, but then finding her group of people. And then I equals Doll is just her being very angry. And then with this new song, I like that she's in a different stage of the thought process. I don't know, to me it sounds like if you put all the songs next to each other, it sounds like one thought process, but then the different stages of where you are with your thought process. I honestly cannot wait because of all this, because I really like Jinjin, her voice, her writing style and whatnot, her producing music. I honestly cannot wait until she releases a solo album, because I have the feeling that shouldn't be far off. One of the things that I actually really like about Source Music and Hype is that they let all the girls of Le Sserafim explore what they want. So Chaewon has done a documentary, which I still need to watch, but she's also currently on a different TV show or something like that. Then you have Sakura, she has her YouTube. Then comes Junjun, yeah, she's the third member, right? Or in age order. Of course, she is putting out her own music. Kazuha is basically a model and is the ambassador, I believe, of a makeup brand. I hope to see more of her, but I also get why we don't see her that much in the public eye, probably because she's still learning Korean. And then we have the youngest, Anche. She is now hosting a music show in Korea, which she is doing amazing. I'm always watching clips of her while she does the thing. I don't even watch the entire music show. I only watch the clips she is in, because she's doing so well and the role fits her also perfectly. She is so witty, so smart. Yes, the Le Sserafim girls are definitely rocking it. Anyhow, I really need to get back to work and I will talk to you later. I've got some self-made scones and I've got the crows. Yes, Shadow and Bone season 2 just went online and I seriously cannot wait to watch it. So I'm gonna go back to the series and eat my delicious snacks. It's Friday and that most of the time means that new music gets released. And I'm not gonna lie, I almost forgot. First reason is just because there have been so many single releases over the last few weeks by all different kind of artists that I follow. And the second reason is, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I actually had a family emergency last night, so I am freaking tired and also a bit fed up and done because we don't know how the next few days are gonna go, and I have deadlines. So I'm a bit like, I don't know what to do. Anyhow, Jimin from BTS released a new music, Set Me Free Part 2. Okay, so here's the thing with the music video. I was expecting the more dance style, and I wasn't surprised that everything was shot in the same room. Kudos though, because how many artists are doing so many different shots that it's basically an overload for the eyes and brain to comprehend of what is happening. But I really like it. I like that it's the dancing is central. I like that it shines a light to Jim and his vocals. Also, okay, so another thing is there's one shot that you see all these different lines of text on his body, and the one here up on his neck is in German. And I was so surprised that that was the German one. Which makes me wonder what the lines are on the rest of his body, because I couldn't get a clear shot out of that. Another thing that surprised me actually was the music sound. So the video itself, I kind of expected it. I was still surprised by how well it's executed. But the music sound, I was expecting a little bit different. Nevertheless, I like it, and it makes me wonder to the rest of the album. Luckily, we don't have to wait that long anymore until we see another BTS member take his solo career in his own hands. But yeah, that was just my first reaction. I'm not going in depth. I don't think I'm gonna film next week. But now it makes me excited to actually go film next week. Also because I have so many other things happening next week. We'll see. I hope you guys like a lot of vlogs, because I think that's gonna be my life and channel right now. Okay, I need to get some work done. So, see you later. I just found out what the text was meaning on Jim and his body, and I can't believe that I didn't immediately got it. It's from a poem by Rainer Maria Rilke, and the thing is, I actually followed a part of a course about Rilke, his work, and I read quite a lot of his work as well. And one of my friends is a big Rilke fan. He even made a book about his life. So I'm like, how did I didn't saw it immediately? But like, yeah, it's based on a poem. I think that's so cool. There's even more K-pop news. I cannot wait! The Sserafim is gonna have a comeback in May, their first full album. I just watched some snippets of their Fernada concerts, and it looks so good. I also heard a snippet of their newest single that will be on that album, No Return, and it sounds so good as well. I think they are really finding their sound. I mean, Le Sserafim already has a sound, but they tried out a couple of things. But with the song No Return, I had the feeling that they definitely found the Le Sserafim sound, and I'm so excited for it. I'm so freaking curious how the album will look like and whatnot. I also saw the light stick like on a photo instead of just an image, and it looks so good as well. I like that it has the colors of all the members, their representative colors, and that looks so good. It's probably gonna be my first light stick ever that I want to get. No, actually I also like the Stray Kids one, and I also like the Blackpink one, but yeah, I don't know when I will see them in concert. I mean, I came very close to the Blackpink one, but yeah, unfortunately I couldn't go. But hopefully I can go to one of my favorites concerts. But nevertheless, this news makes me so happy for the Sserafim. Like, they're such a cool group. I never can wait for Wednesdays when they release new episodes of Lennifer's, and it's so exciting, the content they make. It always puts a huge smile on my face, and yeah, the music. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be next level. And it's gonna be a year of Le Sserafim, and that's also so exciting. So I was just bullet journaling because in less than a month I'm going to Berlin and things that I want to do, K-pop stuff, nerdy stuff, and so on. And then boom, Instagram hit, and they announced that Le Sserafim is gonna have a photo book. I'm so excited. I am, however, shocked that I even had the time to create this, because I believe they were like less than 24 hours in Jeju for their day off from their last comeback. But nevertheless, I'm happy and I'm really curious how it's gonna look. Welcome to the wrap up. So a couple of days ago I said that there was a family emergency. Everything is okay right now, but my day-to-day life is gonna be a bit different. But it's not gonna be too much pressure or pressing on my activities. Anyhow, it did had the first few days an effect on my language study. So I was studying Korean last week. I didn't really film it because I was reviewing a lot of things, and I didn't start level 2, which I was actually hoping to do. I am studying with Talk to Me in Korean, and I really hoped that I could start level 2, but unfortunately that didn't happen. I'm still in the reviewing process of level 1, and I really want to finish that very well before I move on to level 2. It will probably take me some time, but alas, that's what's going on right now. However, I also found out that I actually don't necessarily like it to have different weeks for each language study. I prefer to incorporate it. I said it before in other vlogs or other videos I made for this channel, is that I really like to study a language, and then whenever I hit a wall with that language, I study another language. And that really helps me to break boundaries in my head when it comes down to understanding languages, because it shows me a different perspective of a language, even though it's not even in the same language family. So one of the things I found out is actually that I like to study Korean in the morning and then German in the evening, which kind of makes sense because in the evening I like to read, and since I read German books and mangas and manhwas, it makes sense that that works the best. And also I have the feeling, because in the morning I'm still fresh, and because Korean is very far from my own native language in a lot of ways. Not in every way, but yeah, it's a completely different language family, and whereas German is in the same language family as my native language. So I just think that helps. That means starting from next week onwards, I'm gonna study multiple languages in the same week, unless something else is going on. Especially since I'm gonna go very soon to Berlin. I am so excited. I literally cannot wait to go. I have still so many things to do before then, but nevertheless, I'm looking forward to my trip. Talking about Korea, the books I read. So let's start with the one that I didn't finish, and that was The Red Palace. Again, because of the family emergency, I couldn't finish this book, unfortunately. And I think I'm gonna keep this book on a pause for right now, because the upcoming week I want to study more German, and I have a German book that I want to read. All will be explained in the next video. Anyhow, I really liked it. I really like June Her's writing style and her way of telling history. It felt so impactful, and also I liked that it was reading like a mystery K-drama. So hopefully in around 2 weeks I will finish this book. But a book I did finish was Taste Korea. Yeah, I know, it's a good book, but still. Like I explained earlier in the vlog, I'm reading this book for my website, which is so lovely. The publisher kindly sent this book to me, and one of the things that I really like is all those big bright pictures. But one of the things I dislike actually about this book is this book could have been way smaller. Now it feels so chunky. Then again, because the pictures are so beautiful, I'm like, yeah, this is basically a coffee table book. Other things that I do like about this book is the history. The author is telling the history about certain recipes, but also the taste of Korea. What makes the Korean dishes taste a certain way. I really liked the history behind it, and also, for example, in the index, you see all different kind of vegetables. So you can just look in your own kitchen, what do you have? So which recipe you can make with that certain vegetable. I mean, it's very sustainable that way. And also I like that the recipes are never too long. So for example here, it's very small, it's very easy, it's very doable. So yeah, for everyone who wants to make more Korean food or just start it out, because I think this book is accessible enough for even starters. I would highly recommend this book. Anyhow, that was it for this vlog, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!